97% conviction rate. Impressive.
Then I just don't like to lose.
You see private sector job. Pretty soon you'll be courtside at Laker games.
Welcome back to a segment that I used to do that has been long dead and buried, and I just wanted to bring it back because I really missed this segment. It was a cool way for me to be able to bring to light movies that I felt were very good, that were generally overlooked, perhaps didn't make that much money at the box office, or critics didn't like it, or people don't like it, or no one really knows about it. There are a lot of good movies out there, and a lot of times people like to talk about the big ones, and they sort of tend to just overlook these little ones that are actually very good gems, and just because people don't talk about it, doesn't mean they're not good. So today we're going to be talking about the movie Fracture. Stars Ryan, Catherine Reitman Wants to Violate You, Gosling, and Anthony, his stare can melt the polar ice caps, Hopkins. The first 10 minutes of this movie set up the story so well. It's actually so involving the way this movie opens. It shows Anthony Hopkins walking around spying on his wife. He sees that she is having an affair with another man, and he plans her murder just meticulously. You see him murder her, you see everything that happens, you see the cops come to him, you see him confess to it right in front of the cops. You see all that within the first 10 minutes of this movie. This movie opens with such a great bang that you wonder how in the world is it going to get any better, or where else is it going to go? He confesses directly to the police officer who is there, but guess what? That police officer? Yeah, that's the guy who's sleeping with his wife. Enter Ryan Gosling. He is a young, fresh lawyer. He's just about to get out of this firm that he's been working for up to the next level, which is this huge firm that wants him. He's just a hot shark. He is the guy that everyone wants to work for them. For his last case at this company, he decides to take Anthony Hopkins and figure out what he can do because, you know, it's a side confession, blah, blah, blah. It's over. Little does he know that Anthony Hopkins is a very clever man. You don't mess with Anthony Hopkins. No, you don't mess with him. We know that Anthony Hopkins killed his wife. We see it in the opening scene, but he's able to find all these ways around the law to be able to get out of his problem. And Gosling can do nothing about it, and all he wanted to do was get out of that company, but he decided to take this one last case. And so this film is just filled with drama, and it is so expertly acted. Gosling puts on this kind of southern accent in this movie, and at first I was like, how is this going to work? And then as I got into the film, and as it continued, I completely bought it. He was so good in this movie. Hopkins is always good, and here he has this kind of comical wit to him in the fact that he knows that he is ruining Gosling's life. He's finding all these little loopholes in the law to be able to escape through Gosling's attacks as a lawyer. The scenes where these two characters face off, cinematic gold.
I go in there with a signed confession, and I put this guy in jail. All right. I'm from the district attorney's office.
You look closely enough, you'll find everything has a weak spot where it can break. Sooner or later.
You looking for mine?
I've already found yours.
Yeah.
This movie is really stylishly directed as well. There's a great feel to the film. It isn't just a standard looking movie. The director definitely has an idea of what he wants to do with the film, and he's able to make his scenes seem a little bit different. He really has a good notion of lighting also in this movie, and the Blu-ray, which I bought recently, looks fantastic. From beginning to end, I was totally engrossed in this movie, and without spoiling anything, I will say that the finale of this film, completely 100% satisfying. It was so great, such an interesting and intriguing and just Fracture. If you have not seen Fracture, I implore you to. I'm going to give the film an A-. I think it's a great, great movie. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's on Blu-ray, DVD, everywhere. Just go see it. It's a great film, especially if you're a fan of Gosling or Hopkins. I'm going to try to do more overlooked reviews from time to time, hopefully like once a month. So if you haven't seen Fracture, please check it out. Until next time, guys, if you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmann.